Hi guys, welcome to Makin Sawdust. I'm Kevin and thank you for joining me. What a great place to start a workshop video on a beautiful state park in Michigan. If you guys have been following along, you know that we moved full-time into our RV and the dungeon workshop is no more. So in this video, how did we pack the workshop into an RV? The RV has less square footage than my actual shop did. So how did we pack all of our belongings? How did we pack our tools? Well, we didn't pack all our tools, but I'm going to show you our beautiful, new to us, 1989 or Allegro that we full-time live in. We are only days away from starting to set up our new shop location. We drove 1,700 miles to get here. We burned a ton of fuel, and it's a very hard thing to move all of your possessions into an RV. All right, we didn't tow a trailer. How do you do that? How do you move into an RV? Or how do you move a wood shop and yourself into an RV? Well, you have to make some hard choices. You have to sell the tools that you do not need. Think about the things that are irreplaceable. You also have to categorize, much like Billy Joe was doing in the house. Every time she went in the room, she was categorizing the items. We have to reduce and downsize and fit everything in here. Living in an RV, you have an allowable weight limit driving an RV on a state highway or federal highway. So the GVWR on this rig is 16,001 pounds. So we did scale it after we left, and we are about 100 pounds under GVWR, okay? And I sold all 4 table saws. I sold my Wen 12.5-inch surface planer. I sold my Shopsmith drum sander. I sold tools that can be replaced. Now, I was just on Facebook Marketplace this morning, and there is an abundance of Craftsman 113 table saws, so be sure you stay subscribed, because there's going to be some 113 table saw restorations. And little Easter egg or teaser, I have a brand new fence for one. There's not a lot of cubic feet to start with, so we had to be real strategic in placement. Quite a bit of personal effects, but basically all small tools. That toolbox right there actually has 2 small routers and all my router bits. And moving around and getting a little creative. The outside hatch on the driver's side of the RV is actually pretty shallow, but it's about 4 feet deep. So I had these old drawers, I'm sorry, and I'm modifying with a little wheel here, and that's going to be able to slide in and out of that deep cubby on the access hatch of my RV, which is going to really contain mainly road supplies, any types of fluids, extra belts, any tools that I need right on the road. But it's also going to contain some workshop items that I'm not going to need until we land at our new shop. So using every available nook and cranny you can, and trying to be very strategic in what you're going to need now and what you're going to need later is super important when you're packing an RV. A handy item for any RVer is having a ready-to-go air compressor. It helped me air up the tires on this little four-wheel cart at my host's place, but it also actually allowed me to unload these 6 totes that a subscriber sent, and that was really our limitation on what we were able to pack in the house and the RV. Setting a relative limit of how many cubic feet of stuff we can pack into the RV was not only helpful for, well, space limitations, but also helped us stay very close to our GVWR. It really was a guesstimate at that point, but it also helped us when we were categorizing items. It really helped us decide what we were going to take and make those hard decisions sometimes. We were able to use a dinette area, collapsed down, and I was able to bring all of my hardware, my toolboxes. 4 totes fit in this area, along with my jointer underneath, our file cabinet, and a lot of personal effects. Another load from the RV was the 2 totes that were packed in the shower, actually. We weren't going to use the shower on the road. We smelled just fine. We used the shower at many campgrounds, but that was more of our heavier items. You need to be conscious of how you load your RV. So I was trying to balance out my weight on each side of the RV and also front to back with this load. If you remember earlier in the video, I said we were right at gross vehicle weight rating, and we were real lucky. Are you guys ready to see the workshop? Let's go inside and you can watch us do a little shop vacuum, some cobwebbing, some sweeping, and preparing a staging area for our stuff. So you've just seen a little snippet of the new workshop, guys. It is a shared space. It has cement floors. It also has heat, has some insulation, and it also has a story why it's been in my Michigan horde for the last 8 years. But you guys got to make sure that you have your little bell notification clicked for all notifications so you don't miss any of the layers of this story, any of the excavation and revisitation of this time capsule in this awesome garage. Now let's get on to how did I get rid of the rest of my stuff? Who bought the shopsmith? Well, everybody needs a dude, and this dude was Harold. I found him on Facebook Marketplace. He bought some lumber from me, and we just started talking. He is a woodworker just getting started.
You all right?
Looking like twins.
All right.
Show that love, Harold.
Oh, sing it.
Show that love, Harold.
Sing it.
Well, it's got little rolling bells on it.
Yeah.
Watch out. There you go.
If you guys are interested in finding out how I built the dungeon, there is a playlist right up here. And stay tuned, guys, as we build up this budget shop. I don't have any table saws. I don't have a planer. So this is going to be a use what you got basic budget build up. I have some lumber supplies that were here in the horde. In following videos, we are going to be putting together workbenches, getting our tools out, excavating the time capsule, and telling more of the story. Thank you everyone that has supported this channel and Billy Joe's channel. Hope this works. Just your views alone have helped us, but thank you for everyone that has supported us in other ways. You know who you are, and you guys are rock stars, each and every one of you. Now I need to go outside into my shop and make some sawdust.